Yeah, Crypto Excel back again with another one. This is not financial advice. Consult a financial advisor should you need one. Yeah, okay, that's right. Crypto bubbles. So we're green. We're green on the weekly. On the daily, we've had a slight pullback. Bitcoin has touched 50K and it came back. To recap, we hit 49K. We broke out of the ascending triangle, hit 49K. Then we retraced to 38,500. After that we gained momentum, kept gaining strength, and Bitcoin kept coming back on the weekly and kept going higher and higher. Until recently, we've reached the 50K mark, and right now we're having a slight pullback. As mentioned before, I anticipated what's happening, and I said that the pullback should not go back to 38,500. I also premised that on the fact that I am guessing, and that I am not sure because I do not make the rules, right? But I'm just looking at the pattern, the way the pattern has been going. It seems like that's what's going to happen. So anticipate we continue to knock on heaven's door and eventually breach this level. And once we breach this level, I expect us to go parabolic, which means that time is of the essence, right? So if you don't have a bag of altcoins, if I didn't have a bag of altcoins, I would be getting worried, and I would try to get a bag of altcoins at this point because I do not want to be buying at higher prices, right? This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. Now, looking at upcoming projects, there's a lot upcoming. The VCs realize that we're about to enter a very critical point in the bull run where the altcoins start to pump. It's right around the corner. So some of the best projects are going to be coming out soon, very, very soon. All right. So if you look at the capital raised, that's a good way to tell which projects are going to garner most attention because that means they have money for marketing, right? And so Hoover, I see, has 1 million raised. DChat, I'm very bullish on DChat, by the way. Has 725K raised. This Dex has 3 million raised. I'm bullish on Octavia, has 1 million raised. So Octavia is coming out February 15th. A couple of these projects that I mentioned are actually on the verge of coming out soon. This is when the it's going to be on Chain GPT pad. I'm bullish on Chain GPT pad, and I was recommending buying it in the dips. For those of you that were able to pick up some of this, you're in really good profits right now. Not financial advice. But my Patreons have been knowing when to get in on these kind of projects because I have many buy alerts. Like recently I put 3 buy alerts, and then yesterday there was a buy alert on a BRC20. There was a buy alert yesterday again. So these buy alerts are happening quite frequently, right? Because I realize that we're right on the precipice of going parabolic, and it's going to be very difficult to get these coins at these prices in the future. So I will definitely be taking advantage of that, right? So there's many good projects coming out. So definitely keep an eye on it. I just mentioned a few which I'm bullish on, and that has good marketing, have good VCs behind them, and they're going to be launching campaigns pretty soon. Yeah, so let's see if there's any on page 2. I was looking for actually other games. Oh, and then Dex Check Pad. I mean, if you don't have any of this yet, if you're not on Oracle tier, I think time is running out. I think Oracle tier, which is 100,000 Dex Check coins. Oracle tier is about to become out of reach for the average investor, I will say, unless you really want to invest heavily. So I would try to get in. If I didn't have Oracle tier, I would try to get it really soon. Not financial advice, because Dex Check gives you the biggest allocation for per dollar invested compared to the other pads, and they have the best projects. I see a pop-up here for Script Network. So this goes back to what I'm saying. See, Script Network has it's an L1 TV network with 400,000 plus users, and it has the ERC404 narrative working. This is what I mean about cryptos that have the capital to do marketing. Crypto is a game of marketing and advertising. Whoever garners the most views gets their projects pumped the heaviest, right? So this is the reason why I focus on the VCs that are invested in the project, but I also focus on the amount of capital raised, because they need that raise to continue to promote their project. I'm bullish on Script Network also. My Patreon's got this at a discounted price, as well as a lot of other projects that I'm mentioning in these videos, right? So I just showed you the buy alerts. The buy alerts have been going crazy. Xverse, extremely bullish on this. They raised 550K, but they're using Unreal Engine 3 for their game. So it looks kind of like it looks like a modern game, first-person shooter, 3D graphics. I think this is going to take the whole crypto market by storm. Very bullish on that. So there's a lot of good projects coming out really soon. I mentioned other games. I didn't just see it here, but that's going to be coming out soon also, and you're going to see a lot of influencers mentioning that and pumping it. And if you see this ad, right, this is a Chain GPT ad. You see how it popped up? This is what I mean about having money for marketing. So you could kind of tell who the winners are going to be, or you could tell who a lot of the winners are going to be in the future. You can't get them all, because then you'd have to be able to tell the future, right? But the cryptos that have the money for marketing, that are promoting now, that are in your face now, and that have pretty good charts if they're already out, those are the ones that are going to be pumping into the future, right? I brought up crypto bubbles earlier, and on the daily you see like we're slightly red now because Bitcoin hit 50K, and now we're like 49,300. So the market does fluctuate, it goes up and down, so that's why I say manage your risk. But if you look on the yearly, you're going to see that Injective has done nearly 1,000%. That's about a 10x. Pendle has done 2,300. Kasama, which I'm bullish on, has done 2,000%. That's about a 20x. And what I'm basically trying to say is that a lot of the ones that have been winning with the biggest bubbles on the yearly have been winning for a long time. Solana over the past few months have garnered a lot of attention and a lot of momentum. Ethereum, which everyone was sleeping on, I mentioned before that a very big play right now is to switch some of the Bitcoin profit into Ethereum, as far as your major safety net. Not financial advice. That's something that I was doing, so if I was looking for something to invest in my 401k plan as an investment vehicle, obviously I would be heavy into crypto. I wouldn't be so much into stocks, because the crypto is going to do 10x whatever stocks does, right? So if the stock market gives me a 20% return over the year, crypto could give me something like a 1,000% or a 10x, right? So I would more heavily, I would get Bitcoin or Ethereum, or Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, more so than I would lean into this, like buying Apple or Tesla or one of these companies. And that's my personal opinion. Everything I'm saying here today is my opinion. It is not financial advice, and you need to manage your risk and consult a financial advisor should you need one. What I'm doing over here is trying to change lifestyles. I'm not playing it safe over here. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is high risk, high reward, and that's why you need a financial advisor if you're looking for financial advice. All right, so moving right along, I showed you the yearly. If you look at the monthly, you'll see that. So we do have some changes, right? Because Injective was big on the monthly, and Kasama was big also, but here it's only 17%. Pendle is still up. If you look on the weekly, pretty much everything's green, right? So over the week, the cryptos have done quite well. It's just the daily and the hourly that you're going to get a lot more red, right? Also to mention the fear and greed factor. We're now at 68 greed, which means that we were in fear before. We were going yellow and we came up a little bit more green. When we were in yellow, I said this is a good thing and I wanted us to continue to go back, because the further we go back to yellow, orange, etc., is the better the buying opportunities. When we were going yellow, we were scooping up some altcoins, right? So my Patreons were getting altcoins at a discounted price, and now that we're coming back green, they're in profit. But again, we're not looking for short-term profit. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to look for the 10x's and above. So that's why I don't mind if we go yellow or orange, and if we get a wick down to red. Even if we got a wick down to red, I'll be scooping up altcoins with two hands. I will just grab the whole thing because I know what's coming, right? What's coming is that we're about to go parabolic, because I did mention in the chart before that once we break the 50K, 4950K, and we touch 50K, right? We're eventually going to use the 50K as support, right? Currently it's resistance, and it's very, very strong resistance. Very strong resistance. So this is it right here. We touch it, wick back, right? Remember I said we're going to go up here, we're going to pull back, go up here, 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 break out. Once we break out, you see this green bar over here? We're going to get a green bar like that, powerful green bar. At that point, when this green bar happens, it's going to be impossible to ignore Bitcoin. It's going to be on CNN, it's going to be on Fox News, it's going to be on all the headlines, it's going to be on Yahoo, it's going to be all over Facebook. So the interest in Bitcoin and crypto is actually not that high right now. I know it seems like it's high. It's high to us because we watch this every day, but the general public is not really paying attention that much. But once you see, like $50,000, $55,000, $60,000, $65,000 Bitcoin, that becomes impossible to ignore. So that's when you start getting everybody coming back into the market, and it's at that point, that's when your altcoins, all these degen altcoins that I'm mentioning, these tiny, tiny small cap altcoins that it seems to the average retailer doesn't know what his engine start. They have no idea what that is, right? It's like they don't really care, right? Dex check, they have no idea what I'm talking about. They're clueless. They're like, what are you talking about? What does this even do? But you could imagine what's going to happen once all of this money starts flooding in, and all of this excitement, and people are not even going to be thinking. They're just going to want to get in, and they're not going to care what price this is. They're not going to care. You move this, there's going to be 50 cents, and people are still going to be buying this because they want to get to Oracle tier, right? So that's what's about to happen, and it's important to get into the market before we're back here. I know it doesn't, it's okay, from 50 to 70K, psychologically, that's actually a big deal psychologically, right? Because no one thinks it's going to reach 50K. No, especially not now before the halving. People are not really thinking that. So should it do that, everyone that was on the sidelines waiting for a retracement, waiting for it to pull back, how long? They're not going to wait anymore. They're going to be like, I guess I was just wrong. I better get in now before it's too late, before it's just too... And that's going to continue to push the prices even higher. Second thing to mention is that right around here, there's going to be a lot of shorts. There's people shorting because they don't expect Bitcoin to go this high. A lot of shorts are about to get liquidated. Like right above 50K. And once they get liquidated, that's going to add to this. There's a green bar that's over here. It's going to be right over here. Big green bar. It's going to add to it. It's going to push it up. So at any moment, and this could be within weeks, we can get a powerful green bar that no one expects. And that's going to create a lot of retail FOMO. And all these other, Coinbase and all these other big institutions that get retail money's going to start coming in. And when that money comes in, that might not go directly to Bitcoin, right? A lot of this money is going to go into Ethereum. A lot of this money is going to go into Solana. It's going to go into ADA. It's going to go into AVAX. and then people are going to see that they're making 20%, 40% on those mid-cap cryptos, those big cryptos, those large cap cryptos. And then they're going to realize that they can make 200% with something a little smaller. And that's when the cryptos that I mentioned, the cryptos that I specialize in, that's when we start getting the 10x, literally 10 times the initial investment. So that's why I've been mentioning to the Patreons that I've been buying. I've been buying every time that there's a pullback, a significant pullback on the cryptos that I'm looking at. I've been accumulating. And from a risk reward standpoint, I feel that my bags are pretty much already packed, but I get as much as I can get, right? And when I see a big discount, I can't resist it. Like when people go to the store, they go to the mall, or they get a Best Buy, an email from Best Buy, and there's a discount, and they just buy. They didn't plan to buy, but the discount's so good. Well, that's how I feel about crypto, and that's how I feel about how we are at this point in the market. So I just find change when I have it, when the price is like extremely good, and I get in on the discounts, because I have a strong conviction of where we're headed, and I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to take the chance. Nothing is written in stone. Nothing I've done has been written in stone. Nothing I've invested in has been written in stone. Like back here, 15,000. There's no way to know that 15,500 was a low of Bitcoin. There's no way to know that, right? I just knew that we've been going low. We've been going down for a while, and where we were in the cycle. And I decided to go ahead and take that risk, and it has paid off so much. It's paid off pretty well, So I will continue to take those gambles. I'll continue to take those gambles because I look at the risk reward, and I think the reward is really, really good. I think it's a good equation. But I'll continue to do that. I'll continue to do that. And I think the future is bright. 2024 has been really good. I'm thinking we're going to go parabolic. It's actually going to happen earlier than originally planned, but I'll take it, right? So earlier gains is a good thing. It's not a bad thing if we go parabolic earlier. And it doesn't mean that since we went parabolic earlier, that the bull run is going to end before 2025. It doesn't mean it's going to end before 2025 either. It just means that we end up going higher than we thought we were. So we could end up going parabolic and break all-time highs a lot earlier than anyone expected, and then go really, really high. I don't know how high we're going to go really, really high, and then have a pullback. That pullback is a time when I would get in if I was not in. Thank God I'm already in, right? I've been in from back here. I've been in. Every time there's a dip, I've been even more in, right? So you can imagine what's going to happen. We go parabolic. Maybe I take a little bit of profits up there because, we could have something irrational happen really soon, something completely irrational. And then let the profit stay on the side, just relax. Then when we have a pullback, the pullback is going to be up here, though. The pullback is not coming back down here. The pullback is going to be up here. And when we have that pullback, maybe I put a little bit in what I took from up there. I put a little bit in here, and then I just ride it to next time we have another boom, and then keep repeating a pattern. Never be all out of the market until close to the end of 2025. So that's pretty much my basic strategy, my overall strategy. More detailed strategy, of course, that would be in the Patreon. But I think there's, a lot of good things to come. I wouldn't worry about any pullbacks. Again, I've been saying this for a long time. Pullbacks are buying opportunities in the bull market. I've been saying that for a long time. And I also want to say this again, reiterate what I'm saying, is that nothing I'm saying is financial advice, and this is high risk. And you need a financial advisor if you want financial advice. Understand who you're talking to and understand what I'm doing. I'm high risk, high reward. I'm trying to make life-changing moves. And if you're trying to make life-changing moves, you're going to have to take some risk. There's no one that has become the top 5% or 10% of earners without taking risk. I don't know where that exists. If you want to be safe, the maximum safety is maximum security prison somewhere on lockdown in a box. You'll be so safe right there. I'm not looking for the most safety. I'm looking for the most reward. That's what I'm doing. Back to DexCheck. Look at this chart. DexCheck is going to go parabolic. I was mentioning it here. I was buying all of this. And even this coming back down here, I think that's a buying opportunity too. You know, I don't think that, oh, since I didn't get it here, I'm not going to buy it here because now it's too high. This thing is going to go extremely high, and you're going to wish you can get it for this price in the future. That's just my opinion. Everything I say, I'm going to have to keep saying it's my opinion because crypto, again, is very volatile, right? But shout out to the Patreons. Everything's on schedule. We're doing well. The future is bright for everyone, for all of us. And if you're not part of the team, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't. I don't know why you wouldn't. Everybody's part of the team, man. What are you doing? You hear a team member in the background? Everybody's part of the team. I don't know why you're not part of the team. I don't get it. You know, the idea for me, trying to save, you know, change is like a meal, like a lunch meal. Trying to save that and then losing thousands of dollars because I didn't have insight or information that I could have had. I think it's being penny wise and pound foolish. And again, that's not financial advice. It's just my opinion. Look at this. AI tech, right? AI tech with an ad, a pop-up ad. This is what I'm talking about, having the funds to advertise your crypto. What if you bought a crypto that, you know, 5-year-old crypto that the team members have left? They're waiting for the market to come back so they could dump their bags on you. You know, instead of buying cryptos like that, you could look at the cryptos that I'm investing in. These cryptos that I'm investing in, everything that popped up were cryptos that I already invested in at the bottom, right? So AI Tech did like a 3x or something since I mentioned it. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's best to get the information early, you know, and just stop running around in circles. But I think I'm going to get going now, right? Because there's a lot going on. I'm going to get going now. But shout out to the Patreons. Everything's on schedule. And Bitcoin is looking good. It's looking very healthy. This is a normal pullback. It's not even much of a pullback. And it's just gearing up again, gaining momentum. At some point, there's not going to be a warning. We're just going to go and blast straight through. And we're going to just go straight to the top. You know, just like that. But that's pretty much what I've got. And if you want to see more, if you want like the inside scoop, you got to get on the inside to get the inside scoop. You can't be on the outside. I want the inside scoop. Come on. All right, guys. Crypto Excel. I'm out. Enjoy. Yeah. Enjoy. Enjoy as I deploy tactics. Inside scoop. Take care, guys.